the mental mind I often coin as trying to put a buffalo in a pair of skinny jeans. So I want you to take a moment and I want you to imagine what that would be like. And when I speak that, I speak like that's what it's like, trying to put the beautiful, joyous, free expressions that we are into like something that is productive, that is societally okay. For me, it was cool. You know, I remember the day I decided that cool was better than me, and the day that my joy died, like literally withered, as I put on this cloak of coolness. And so that all happens in the mind. One of the things of being cool for me was the two-step. None of this, no, that was outside. I couldn't control that. I can control this. I was driving my sister in the car one day, and we're talking there. And she told me a joke, and I started laughing like I laughed. And I was like, and I'm having a good time. And I stopped laughing to look over at her, and she's looking at me, and she's not laughing. She's like dead serious. And I catch eyes with her, and she's like, "You don't do that in public, do you?" Right? And then I was like, oh, laughing's not cool. So now I dance like this, and I laugh like this. Right? Very uncomfortable. Right? So everything we do is programmable. We did it for a reason, from the seats that you chose to sit in today, where you chose to sit, who you chose to sit next to, right? All of that, autopilot. I want to shake it off. So if you dance like this, I'm going to ask you to do one of these today. All right? If you already like loose, I want you to go a little loose and get room. Look at this place. There's room for us in here. All right? All right? Wherever you normally are, just like an inch, just kick it. Make a little elbow room for yourself today. And I promise you, you'll be glad you did. All right? We, as a people, are having our awakening. And one thing that I've learned also about awakening is that nobody likes to get woken up early. Can we all agree on that? Yes. You know, and in my 20s, I thought that was my job, was to wake people up. That was not a fun experience, right? You know, I'm one of them. Do not pull my covers, people. If I'm sleeping, like talk me out of bed, but don't rush me, please. My mother used to throw water on my face. Ice water, she'd get a cup and go over my head, right? When we wake up, there's no coincidence. And it's not what's happening in the world that wakes you up, because there's people fast asleep right now, and peacefully so. So, the other day I was wondering, man, how many of you guys have that feeling sometimes, where you're like, I'm just one person. I'm just one voice. You know, what can I do, really? And it hit me in a meditation, as oak trees are really powerful for me in many, many ways, and I'll weave the oak tree into my talk today. But I was told to go and find an oak tree seed, an acorn seed. I'm going to pass this around. Now, Spirit, being the jokester that it is, told me to go find it in the winter. And so I was out in the freezing cold trying to find oak trees. I was like checking out the squirrels, seeing where they're hiding out, because I know they got all the acorns, right? That wasn't productive. But, and this is the one I found. You see how little it is. You know how much love I put in to bring this little seed to you today. But I just want to say, every seed has a shell, and that shell is an enzyme inhibitor, and it's a very smart thing, the shell, as most things in divine creation are. And what it does is it reads temperature, it reads light, it reads moisture, and it reads all these things because it needs to open at the most opportune time for life to be possible. Now, if I dropped it and put some water on it and dropped it on this rug and it opened, life probably wouldn't take place past that opening. But if it's in 3 inches of earth, with just the right amount of water, right? Just the right amount of time of year, just the right temperature and warmth, it's going to crack open and run for the heavens, right? Run for the lights. So I want to pass this around because what you're looking at is an oak tree in making. If you just mind passing that around and take a moment with it. And so how this ties in is when it cracks open, you got to imagine you're a seed. You're in the a perfect environment for life, and yet you are surrounded by darkness. You are like squeezed in darkness. And instinctually, you have this call that there's light. You just know somewhere in you that there's light. And your only job at that moment is to head for the light with everything you've got, displacing a little bit of dirt, a moment at a time, without rush and without pause, to the sky. Okay? Once you see the light, then the light starts working with you and magic starts happening. Michael Batista says, pain will push you until your vision pulls you forward. And I'll get a little deeper into that as well. And so, in this leadership that's happening, there's a whole new level of interaction that's available to us. I look at MLK, I look at Mother Teresa, I look at Gandhi, right? These heroes, and I look at their lives, and I don't know about you, I'm in awe by them. I'm like I bow to that, and I don't want that at all. I want to live my life fully. I want to be used up on my last breath. I want to be at peace. And I realized they were all mission and very little life. Because being the pinnacle is a very lonely spot to be. And I realized that people love leaders because if you have a leader, we get to be followers. We get to say, yeah, oh, you're amazing. Oh my God, you go, do you. Say that, they need to hear that. Someone got to say that. And then we push them out there, and they did it. But it wasn't sustainable. It wasn't a model that was sustainable. And then when they got removed, the triangle collapsed. It was not what it was. And when I look at you, each and every one of you, you are carrying a piece of the puzzle. Neither one more important than the other. Not this spot or the spot you're sitting in, more gravitas than the other. Not one voice more spectacular than the other, but all unique in its divine way. I'm an average thrift store shopper, and I ask people, if you go to a thrift store and you see a beautiful puzzle, but there's 2 pieces missing, it says it on the box, would you buy that puzzle? Would you still buy it? No? I see one person talking to me because I'm talking to you. Right? Remember I said this is a conversation, people. I know I'm heavy-winded on my end of the conversation just because of the dynamic of it. But I'm speaking to you. Would you buy the puzzle?
No.
Nope.
Right?
The picture.
So most people know, some people maybe. Maybe you have to think about it. Well, my message is, what if it's you? That piece. Or pieces. And not when you're perfect, not when you're ready, not when the bank account says it's time, or the mirror says it's time, or your skill set says it's time, or your degrees says it's time, but because it's now. Because inside it says it's now. I remember the guy that tried to learn to ride a bicycle in the closet. You know, and he was serious that he was going to perfect that sucker before anyone saw him riding that bicycle in public. And he spent a lifetime, he died in the closet. Right? He didn't make it out that closet. He was waiting, and in his mind, he was excited, because there was going to be a day where he was going to come out with the Tour de France, like, suit on. And he was going to be on that bicycle, and you were going to see him going, and the wind was going to be blowing, and he didn't have a haircut, so his hair was all long in the closet, and he was going to be riding that bicycle, right? But that's not how riding bicycle starts. You can't start it standing still, right? you gotta do it out in public, right? You gotta find open space. And then you gotta have someone sacred behind you holding that seat, right? A papa or mama, or uncle or grandma, papa holding that seat. And you gotta be willing to fall. It's not about being graceful. It's just about staying upright, right? Trying to get the mechanics. They say anything worth doing well is worth doing poorly as many times as you have to do it poorly until you can do it really, really well. And I add to that, and if you're courageous enough to do it in public, people are going to watch you and they'll be like, I'm going to learn to ride a bike. I'm going to come out the closet. That's why it wasn't working. There wasn't enough room for me. You're going to steer, you're going to fall to the grass. You know how you did it. I didn't have any pads growing up. Grew up in the Bronx. I didn't have a helmet. Just go to a soft spot. Fall over and you get back on. And one day you're riding. You're like, you got me? Right? You're riding. Don't let go. Don't let go. You got me? What? And then you're off, right? Off to the races. Who remembers that moment? Yeah. Who here remembers that moment?
I do.
Wind blowing in your hair, right? You're like, oh my God, you can only go like 5 miles an hour. Now you can go like 15. Like that's like exponential growth. You had freedom. And then you fell. And you were like, but I had freedom for a moment. There was no way you were going back in the closet at that point. Am I right?
Right.
By golly, you were gonna learn to ride that bicycle. You were gonna take yourself around town. So my invitation to you today is ride your bicycle, folks, in public. Fall down in front of us. And then get back up. Dust yourself off and get back in the bicycle. And just do it as gracefully as you can. And if you gotta fall down and throw a tantrum, do that too. Kids don't hide that. Let us see it. That's our humanity. We live in a... Someone gave me an analogy of a dragon. They say you're a dragon, right? And you're walking around, you don't know you're a dragon. But you turn to the left and your tail goes whoosh, and just takes out whole cities. And you go to talk and you're setting everything aflame. And not knowing you're a dragon, you think, but God, why me? Why has thou forsaken me? Why everything I touch becomes rumble? Everywhere I go, it's on fire. Why me? And then someone holds up a mirror and you see a dragon. And you realize I was never any less powerful, not knowing I was a dragon. I just didn't have any control over the power that I've been given. And as I was pretending to be someone else, I was shaking all over the place. And I was spitting fire all over the place. And it was everybody else but me. If you're in flames, that's on you. Anyone relate to that? Anyone relate just a little bit?
Yep.
To the power that you are when you're not honing that power? When you're not letting spirit own that power with its divine wisdom so it works for everybody? So I learned that I didn't have to be anybody. I didn't have to become anybody. Being vulnerable and being human with you is the best gift I can give you and I can give me simultaneously. And it just ripples like a pond. Every ripple just gets more beautiful. It'll work for eternity.